Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel, and today is a very special day in the world of crypto. Even if you're like me and more excited about XRP than Bitcoin, here's a fantastic headline from Decrypt. And this is just one of many headlines that I selected here. Bitcoin's price breaks all-time high. Here's why it happened. So I want to run through some of the rationale for this and what it means. Some of you, I'm sure, saw a video I put out just the other day where a notable analyst with about 80,000 followers on Twitter said that he expected Bitcoin to break through its all-time high within the next week or two, and then it happened like a day later, which is fantastic. I mean, that's within the time frame. But the reason that that was particularly interesting, and I went through in great detail in the video, is that he says it's very likely that once Bitcoin does hit its all-time high, you should expect XRP to hit its all-time high of $3.84 and go on through it to a certain degree. And so I'm not going to rehash everything that I already stated when I made that video the other day, but there are a couple quotes from that chart analyst that I do want to share because I know that not everybody saw that video. So there's that. Also, I know that there are a ton of new people in the space. This could not be more clear to me for the number of metrics you can track to be aware of this. And so I just want to also share with you just a couple of words of caution as if you're new trading in the crypto space, there are some things you're going to want to know because so many people lose money because they don't know what the hell they are doing. Now, to be clear, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and so you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I just think it's fun to talk about these things as an enthusiast and make these videos again, purely as a hobby. But I'm still happy to share my everyday Joe Schmo opinion. If you would please ever so delicately tap the like button, I'd appreciate it. And if you are a fan of Bitcoin hitting its all-time high today, even if you're an XRP community member, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel. Now, as I record this, XRP is looking pretty damn good. It's at 66.1 cents. Bitcoin is at $19,629. You've got the market cap for the asset class at $588 billion. You've got Bitcoin dominance at 61.92% here. And this is good. And I'll tell you, there's another analyst I'm going to cite in this video as well that says if XRP holds a particular level, it's like we are off to the races too. But I want to run through this one first. And there are so many headlines along these with this topic. Not surprisingly, everybody in crypto media is going to be writing this because it's a big deal. It is a big deal. We haven't seen this in 3 freaking years. So, but this one I thought was a great piece, so I wanted to run through, share some thoughts, and then get some expectations about where we think XRP might be rolling here. That Bitcoin has broken its all-time high price of $19,000. I'm sorry, $19,783, overcoming its previous record set during the 2017 bull run, and since then, the cryptocurrency has fallen back somewhat to $19,600. But it's incredibly volatile, and the price is changing by hundreds of dollars in minutes. Yeah, and that's always a fun thing to think through because just like Bitcoin used to trade in the range of pennies. Now it's regular trading within minutes by hundreds of dollars. That's why I think when XRP, once there's more money into this, you're going to see XRP trade not by pennies or tens of pennies, but it will be trading, I personally believe, in the range of dollars over shorter periods of time. So just wait till there's more money flowing into this and end up with a higher market cap. Anyway, while Bitcoin's price is up over 170% since the start of 2020, this bull run truly began in earnest in August when a series of high-profile Bitcoin investments kickstarted by business intelligence firm MicroStrategy, helped to propel the cryptocurrency to record-breaking heights. Yeah, no kidding. And another thing which they do go on to cite in this article, and I'm going to cover it, is PayPal. I think, actually, now that we have some data as far as what PayPal's been doing in terms of their purchasing, I think it's pretty clear that they played probably a major role in what ultimately resulted today, just the culmination of all this price action and seeing Bitcoin actually breaking through its all-time high today. And here we go. So broadly speaking, Institutional positions and high net worth individuals are leading the way this time, and the Bitcoin they purchase is much more likely to be held long term rather than find its way back to the exchange. Jason Dean, Bitcoin analyst at Quantum Economics, told Decrypt. And I'm going to talk about more about that concept because when I was saying, if you're new to the world of crypto, just a word of caution, it's the short-term mindset and the emotional buying and selling. And I have an awesome quote from somebody on the C team suite of ZebPay, a big cryptocurrency exchange in India. It's just an awesome quote, so I'm going to share that with you in a moment here. But anyway, the figures back this theory up. Since MicroStrategy started investing in Bitcoin, several key indicators, and not just its price, have surged. Between January 1st and August 10th, Bitcoin's price increased from $7,182 to $11,850, marking an increase of 65% over 10 months. Since August 11th, the date of MicroStrategy's first Bitcoin investment, the cryptocurrency's price increased by 65% yet again, this time on its way to breaking its previous high of $19,665. But this time, the increase took 3.5 months. During the same 3-month period, Bitcoin's market cap increased by 64% from $216 billion to $356 billion. The cryptocurrency's trading volume has also doubled since August, increasing from $23 billion to $48 billion. Let me go a little bit further now. So, institutional praise for Bitcoin. This gets interesting here. So, and this is, you gotta understand, Bitcoin leads the market, right? And it's going to for the foreseeable future, if not forever. And I got no problem with that. So this is an XRP-centric channel. I'm not a maximalist of XRP or any coin, and I never will be. I want Bitcoin to do well, and it's definitely doing well. And I believe that that will result in XRP doing extremely well. Once Bitcoin goes parabolic, I then think XRP goes parabolic. So institutional investments into Bitcoin began when MicroStrategy invested $250 million in the cryptocurrency on August 11th, 2020. And on September 8th, 2020, that figure was bumped up to $425 million. On October 8th, 2020, Square followed suit, investing $50 million, which is 1% of the company's total assets, in Bitcoin. And here we go to PayPal. And this one, this is big. Check this out. PayPal has also entered the Bitcoin arena during this time. On October 21st, the payments giant announced it would be offering payment support for Bitcoin as well as other cryptocurrencies. So fast forward to November 21st, and PayPal had reportedly bought 70% of the Bitcoin that had been mined over the previous 30 days. Holy hell, guys. 70% of it was purchased specifically by them. And all the other players were still in place. Do you think that might have had an impact on price? Because even if it's purchased over the counter, meaning since it's not a purchase on spot exchanges, consumers like you and I that buy and sell on whatever your exchange of choice is, we don't see that price action, so there isn't an immediate result in terms of the change of price. It still will ultimately affect price because it's a supply and demand issue. If that crypto is being held elsewhere, it's not for you, right? And so it still has this positive impact. You know, it's the same thing with MicroStrategy. They didn't move the market a single dollar when they spent $425 million because it was all done behind the scenes. But now nobody else can hold that Bitcoin, and they're not going to be selling any damn time soon. It's just gone. It's out of circulation, which is what's so cool about purchasing scarce assets like Bitcoin and XRP. And in the case of XRP, it's actually deflationary, because a little baby boo bit of that XRP gets burnt with every single transaction. And so it's not much. And in fact, even if adopted globally, it's estimated that it would take thousands of years to like run out of XRP. But along the way, it's going to increasingly become scarce. And that's a good thing here. So I just think it's the coolest freaking thing on the planet here. Let me share with you, I think this, yeah, here we go. So here's the headline from AMB Crypto. I just want to share one small piece of this, and it's a quote. But they titled this piece, "Boom, Bitcoin hits new all-time high on many exchanges." And so here you go. There's the chief marketing officer. His name is Mr. Vikram Rangala at ZebPay, cryptocurrency exchange in India, said the following, and this is what I really want to share with you. If you're new to the XRP community and you just started purchasing crypto, please listen to this closely, because trading with emotions And trading with a short-term mindset is, in my opinion, a horrible idea. So I'm not going to tell you whether or not to buy or sell. I'm not offering you financial advice. I'm sharing with you what I genuinely believe, and I've been acting on this belief. And I have this belief not just because it's some sort of gut feeling, but because I have data that makes me believe it's completely rational to behave in the way that I'm behaving, which, quite simply, is it's not emotional, and it's a long-term mindset. And so I haven't gotten shaken out of the market, and there's a reason for that. But check out this quote. No one can predict how far a rally can go, so short-term speculation is very risky. However, there is one smart investment strategy: cost averaging for the long term. Buy small amounts of Bitcoin daily or weekly, hold it long term through the ups and downs, and stick to your buying plan for years, not months. It's like a sip for Bitcoin. No one knows how far this rally will go, but at some point there is always a correction. Anyone who pretends to know more than this is fooling himself or others. Long-term prediction is easy, though. Bitcoin will continue to go up with periodic corrections and could easily hit 1 crore by 2030, as our CEO has predicted. Investors should plan in years, not weeks. Now, I didn't know what the hell a crore was, but I was like, okay, well, they're in India. It must be something I wasn't familiar with. So I did Google it. I'm sure most of you don't know either, because some of you do, I'm sure, but I didn't know. So anyway, a crore, if I'm even saying that right, 10,100,000 lakhs, especially of rupees, units of measurement, or people. So I just thought I'd mention that, because how am I going to gloss over some word that is not commonly used? Certainly not in the West, anyway. And so, anyway, going through that quote, though, this is exactly what I've been sharing on this channel for the whole time I've been running. I've been running this channel almost 2 years now. And, I'm human too, so in the past there have been instances where I had an emotional response to price action, but I remember the last time I felt an emotion because of negative price action, and even though I felt it, I never acted on it. I can proudly say I actually happen to be one that has never acted on that, certainly not with XRP. But I did feel it, and it was at a point when we were already in a bear market, and so XRP had come down from its all-time high. I started dollar cost averaging in somewhere around 50 cents. And then I'm going from memory, but I think it was August of 2018, XRP got down from 25 cents, and I'm just sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I was buying at 50 cents, and I lost half my money now. It's just way down. But I was dollar cost averaging the whole way. And so I was like, no. I was like, Matt, and I did know. I logically knew. And so that's why I'm trying to differentiate between the emotion I was feeling and then how I then behaved. And I just continued to dollar cost average and reminded myself of what I believe to be the truth, which is that markets are volatile. I'm never going to be able to time the top or the bottom of a market. That's not a realistic expectation. So I'm not going to beat myself up for having purchased XRP around 50 cents. And then I kept purchasing more and more as it went down. And at this point, I think most of what I've purchased, because I continued to do that and because I made some larger purchases recently, within the last couple of months, I probably spent on average about 25 cents for my entire position on average. I'd be willing, I haven't calculated it, but I'd be willing to bet it's somewhere thereabout. And so, yeah, I felt that emotion, but after that, I never felt it again, because I just, anytime I saw any movement in price action, I was like, whatever, it's not going away. That was just my attitude. I felt so confident because I've been researching for years at this point now. I never felt those emotions again, and I was definitely never going to sell any of my XRP just because of an emotion. My emotion doesn't mean that, because look, that emotion was a result of seeing what the other lemmings out there were doing. Okay, so I was emotionally feeling like the other lemmings out there that are following each other off a cliff, panic selling as the price went down, which has nothing to do with long-term viability. And we know that XRP, really, if you just study some charts, man, it just follows the price action of Bitcoin in a general sense, and we were in a bear market, and it took years to go through that and correct and then get back up. And so that's it. That's all that was going on there. Peeve! No, hold on, I gotta grab my dog. Oh my. Peeve. It's okay. Come on. Whoa. Okay, we're good. My dog was in the other room. No, stop it. I don't know what she's barking at. I'm holding her now. I apologize for that. I do all these videos in one take, though, so that's staying in. That has not happened like that before. So, sorry about that. think we're good though. I don't know what she must have heard something outside. I don't know. But anyway, I think that's pretty well the end of that point that I wanted to make right there. It's just, again, simply that it's better to just have a long-term mindset, because if you don't, you're going to let emotions take charge, and in all likelihood, you're just going to end up losing a whole bunch of money. So I'm personally not going to be behaving like that. Now, here is a quote. This is a tweet from chart analyst Magic, who has 30,900 followers as I record this. And he wrote the following. And this is good, because we're actually at, like I said, 66 cents or so right now. XRP looks ready to launch on the 4-hour. It's holding the 50 like a champ, and it's forming a quasi-cup and handle, albeit on declining volume, above 65 cents, which is the blue trend line in the chart that he's talking about here. So anyway, saying if it holds there, XRP will moon. So at least to this point, that is where we are. And then there was this, which I made a whole video about yesterday, so I'll just be brief with this. But this one's titled, Analyst Who Called Crypto Breakout Says Bitcoin and XRP Will Soon Reach All-Time Highs. Here's his new timeline. And so we're talking about Credible Crypto here, who has close to 80,000 followers right here. And where's the quote? I think this is the part I wanted. Here we go. The analyst who predicted XRP's recent breakout expects XRP and the altcoin market to follow Bitcoin's lead shortly thereafter. Specifically, he sees XRP targeting a new high of about $4.10 by April of 2021. And so, and here's what, and really you'll see, and I'm going to read this quote, but I mean, really, he was just kind of pointing out that in a general sense, once Bitcoin has hit all-time highs in the past, altcoins, usually within a couple months, they'll start to hit theirs as well. And you actually did see that in 2017, leading up to, I can't remember what it was, and I don't think it may or may not say it in this quote, I can't recall, but it did happen. It was, whether it's March, April, or May of 2017, it actually did happen, even with XRP. Now, after that setup actually did take place, XRP admittedly traded sideways for about half a year, so it'll be interesting to see. But hey, man, can you imagine XRP back to its all-time high within the next couple months? Because, and this is the other thing that's so interesting about crypto. Like, it was a weird time for when I jumped into the world of crypto, November 2017, because it was just weeks before that crazy parabolic run-up. So if you're new to crypto, you might get spoiled with exciting price action, and there might be a major retracement. But if XRP gets to where some of these analysts are talking, like, can you imagine if it gets to $10? Well, even if you're purchasing now, then think about that. That's like, what, like an 18-fold increase compared to where it is now or something like that? So still, even if you didn't purchase it 20 or 25 cents or 15 cents, this is going to look pretty cheap in the future if XRP is going to have true staying power. And I certainly believe that it will. But here's a quote from Credible Crypto. I mentioned that the minimum target for the major wave 3 was going to be around 60 cents. We've hit that minimum target, and we could definitely go higher. We've got $1 as the next major area of resistance. Then I'm expecting some sideways consolidation for a wave 4 before a major wave 5, which could absolutely extend to $4.10. One thing that I want to make very clear here is that in all prior times Bitcoin has broken an all-time high, these alts have typically reached their all-time highs within 2 months. I'm expecting Bitcoin to break all-time high within the next week or 2 weeks, and I suspect that XRP breaks its all-time high within the next 1 to 2 months after Bitcoin breaks its all-time high. And so that's why it's interesting. Like, even if you're new to crypto now, you may potentially be jumping in at a time where you could see some wild gains, and it's going to spoil you a little bit. It kind of did for me. But I still had a long-term mindset, and so that's why I'm saying, like, even if this happens, at some point there will still be a major retracement. And so that's why, for me, it just makes all the sense in the world to hold for the very long term, and that's what I'm going to do. When I started purchasing, as much as, I enjoyed the rally immediately afterwards, which is just fun timing, I guess, I was always thinking a longer period of time, like 5 to 10 years for holding. And now here we are 3 years later, and I will hold however long it takes, frankly. So anyway, fun times. I'll wrap up there, though. Sorry about my pet peeve barking there, but she's a sweetheart. She didn't mean anything by it, did you, Peeve? She's staring at me. All right, I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.